The phone rang like a gunshot in the quiet of her penthouse, shattering the fragile peace Alina had built over a decade. "Elenandra, it's your father," the voice croaked, laced with desperation she hadn't heard since the night he drove her into hell. She gripped the armrest of her wheelchair, her knuckles white as memories flooded back, of screams, screeching tires, and the irreversible snap that stole her legs because she dared to love a girl. Alina stared at the skyline of New York City from her floor-to-ceiling windows, the Empire State Building piercing the horizon like an indifferent sentinel. But inside her mind was a storm. The call from her father, Harlan, had reopened wounds she thought scarred over. Why now? After all these years of silence, why does he think he can just waltz back in? She wheeled herself to the kitchen, pouring a glass of water with trembling hands. The liquid spilled slightly, mirroring the overflow of emotions she couldn't contain. It had started innocently enough, back in their small town in upstate New York. Alina was 17, a straight-A student with dreams of Broadway lights. She had fallen for Jamie, the girl next door with freckles and a laugh that lit up the dull winters. Their first kiss under the old oak tree had felt like freedom, but freedom came at a price. When Harlan walked in on them one rainy afternoon, his face twisted from shock to rage. "You're no daughter of mine," he bellowed, his words slicing deeper than any knife. The argument escalated that night. Alina stood her ground, tears streaming, declaring her truth. Harlan, fueled by whiskey and outdated prejudices, grabbed the car keys. "Get in. We're fixing this." She refused at first, but his threats, disownment, exposure, pushed her into the passenger seat. The drive was a blur of accusations and pleas. Then, in a fit of fury, he swerved off the road, slamming into a guardrail. Alina woke up in the hospital, paralyzed from the waist down. "Harlan." He walked away with scratches and vanished, leaving her mother to handle the wreckage. Her mother, bless her weary soul, had tried to hold things together, but the divorce and medical bills crushed them. Alina adapted, channeling her pain into determination. Scholarships got her to NYU, where she studied business, turning her story into fuel. Now at 30, she ran a successful tech startup focused on accessibility apps for the disabled. Wealthy, independent, but hollow in places only love could fill. Enter Riley. They met at a charity gala in Manhattan 2 years ago. Riley, a fiery journalist with sharp wit and kind eyes, approached Alina's table. "Your app changed my sister's life," she said, her voice warm like summer rain. Alina felt a spark, buried but undeniable. Their conversations turned to dates, coffee in Central Park, walks or wheels along the Hudson. Riley didn't see the chair. She saw Alina. But now Harlan's voice echoed in her head. "I need your help, kid. Cancer's eating me alive. Treatments cost a fortune. Help. After you paralyzed me for being who I am?" Alina's inner turmoil raged. She hadn't told Riley the full story yet, fearing it would scare her away. What if she thinks I'm too broken? The doubt gnawed at her. That evening Riley came over, her arms full of takeout from their favorite Thai spot. "Rough day?" she asked, noticing Alina's distant gaze. Alina forced a smile. "Just work stuff." But as they ate, the weight pressed harder. "Tell her," her mind urged. "Or lose her to your secrets." Riley set down her fork. "Alina, you're miles away. Talk to me." Alina hesitated, then spilled it, the accident, the abandonment, the call. Riley's eyes widened, then softened with empathy. "That bastard," she whispered, pulling Alina into a hug. In that embrace, Alina felt a flicker of healing. But the storm was just beginning. How do I face him without shattering? The next day, Alina dove into work, but distractions loomed. Emails from investors blurred as memories resurfaced. His face that night, red with hate. Did he ever love me? She wheeled to her home office, pulling up old photos. One showed a younger Harlan, smiling at her 8th birthday. "What happened to that man?" Riley texted. "Thinking of you. We got this." Warmth spread, but guilt followed. "She deserves better than my baggage." Alina replied with a heart emoji, but inside conflict brewed. Should she help Harlan? Forgive? Or let him suffer as she had? By nightfall, exhaustion hit. As she lay in bed, Riley beside her, Alina's thoughts raced. If I give him the money, am I betraying myself? If I don't, am I a monster? Sleep evaded her, the hook of the past pulling tighter. The decision weighed on Alina like an anchor, dragging her deeper into self-doubt. Forgive the man who stole my mobility because I loved wrongly? Or condemn him to death? She avoided Harlan's follow-up calls, letting them go to voicemail. Each message grew more pleading. Alina, please. I know I messed up. Give me a chance to make it right. Riley noticed the strain. Over breakfast in their shared apartment, overlooking the bustling streets of Chelsea, she confronted it gently. You can't bottle this up, Alina. It's eating you alive. Alina stared at her coffee, swirling the dark liquid. She's right, but where do I start? The pain is a labyrinth. Flashbacks haunted her days. The hospital room after the crash. Sterile white walls, beeping machines, her mother's sobs. He's gone, honey. Left us. At 17, Alina had screamed internally, why me? Why couldn't he accept? Therapy helped rebuild her body, but the soul? That took years. Now with Riley, Alina found solace in small moments. A shared laugh over a bad movie, fingers intertwined during walks. But the shadow of Harlan loomed. What if I meet him? Alina mused aloud one evening, as they sat on the balcony. Riley squeezed her hand. Only if you're ready. But remember, his sins aren't yours. His sins, Alina echoed inwardly. But blood ties bind, don't they? She researched his condition, stage 3 pancreatic cancer. Survival rates low without aggressive treatment. He wants my money, not my forgiveness. The bitterness surged, a tidal wave of resentment. Work became her escape. In board meetings, Alina pitched new features for her app, her voice steady despite the inner chaos. Colleagues praised her vision, but alone in her office she crumbled. Am I strong enough to say no? Or weak for saying yes? Riley suggested therapy. You've carried this alone too long. Alina agreed, booking a session. The therapist, Dr. Elena, probed gently. What does helping him mean to you? Alina paused, tears welling. It means admitting he still has power over me. Power he abused, her mind added. That night, Riley held her as she cried. You're not defined by him, Alina. You're the woman who built an empire from ashes. Their connection deepened, words unspoken but felt. Yet doubt lingered. Does she pity me? Or truly love? Harlan's next message escalated. I'm in the city. Let's meet. Coffee at that old diner on 5th. Alina's heart raced. Face him? See the man who broke me? She confided in her mother over the phone. He's dying, Alina. Maybe closure for both. Closure, Alina thought bitterly. Or another wound. She agreed to the meeting, nerves frayed. Riley offered to come, but Alina declined. This is my demon. The diner smelled of grease and nostalgia. Harlan sat in a booth, frail eyes sunken. You look good, kid, he said, voice cracking. Alina wheeled up, her stare icy. What do you want, Dad? He rambled apologies, tears flowing. I was wrong. Scared. The crash. I panicked. Alina's mind screamed, panicked? You fled. But aloud she said, you left me paralyzed. For being queer. Harlan hung his head. I know. But I'm changed. Need surgery, 100 grand. Changed? Alina's inner voice mocked. Or desperate. She left without committing, turmoil intensifying. Back home, Riley waited. How was it? Alina broke down. He's pitiful, but I hate him. Riley's embrace was her anchor, but the conflict raged on. Forgive? Or let karma decide? Nights blurred into days of agony. Alina's dreams replayed the crash, waking her in sweats. Why can't I let go? Riley's patience waned slightly, her own fears surfacing. I love you, but this is consuming us. Consuming us, Alina repeated inwardly. Am I dragging her down? The fear of loss amplified everything. She needed to decide, but the heart's battlefield offered no easy victories. The meeting with Harlan ignited a firestorm in Alina's soul. Emotions clashing like thunder. He's changed, he says. But can a leopard erase its spots? She replayed his pleas, the tremor in his hands, the regret in his eyes. Yet, beneath it, she sensed manipulation. A dying man's grasp for survival. Riley tried to steady her. Take time, Alina. Don't rush. But time was a luxury Harlan lacked, his messages now urgent. Doctors say weeks without treatment. Weeks, Alina thought, a pang of unwanted pity stirring. Does he deserve mercy? After robbing me of a normal life? Work suffered. In a crucial investor call, Alina faltered, her mind elsewhere. Colleagues whispered concerns. Get it together, she berated herself. Don't let him ruin this too. But the inner war escalated. Guilt versus justice, love versus hate. She confided more in Riley, sharing buried memories. He was my hero once, teaching me to ride a bike, cheering at games. Riley listened, her touch soothing. Heroes fall. But you rose. Their bond strengthened, intimate conversations revealing vulnerabilities. Riley admitted her own past. A toxic ex who belittled her ambitions. We both have scars, she said. Scars that bind us, Alina reflected. But doubt crept. What if my darkness overwhelms her light? A nightmare gripped her. Riley leaving, echoing Harlan's abandonment. Waking, she clung to Riley. Don't go, she whispered. I won't, Riley promised, but tension simmered. One argument erupted over dinner. You're obsessing, Alina. It's poisoning us. Alina snapped back. Easy for you to say. He didn't break you. Regret followed instantly. I'm pushing her away. Apologies mended the rift, but the fracture lingered. Alina sought Dr. Elena again. Forgiveness isn't for him. It's for you, the therapist said. For me? Alina pondered. To free myself from this cage? Harlan's condition worsened. A hospital voicemail confirmed. He's asking for you. Alina's heart twisted. Go or stay. Confront or evade. She went, Riley by her side this time. The hospital room reeked of antiseptic, Harlan hooked to machines. Alina, he rasped. Thank you for coming. Words tumbled. Remorse for his bigotry, the crash, the flight. I was a coward. But I loved you wrongly. Loved wrongly, Alina echoed inwardly. Tears burned. You destroyed me. Harlan nodded. I know. Forgive me? Or at least help. Riley squeezed her hand, a silent pillar. Alina's mind raced. Help him live and risk betrayal again? Or deny and carry the guilt forever? Leaving the hospital, emotions overwhelmed. I can't decide, Alina confessed to Riley. Then let's think together, Riley replied. Their walk home was silent, but charged with unspoken fears. That night, betrayal's ghost haunted Alina. She recalled Jamie, how the accident ended their young love. Jamie couldn't handle the changes. Will Riley flee too? The thought terrified. Harlan's plea deepened the drama. A letter arrived. Handwritten, detailing his regrets, enclosing old photos. One showed Alina as a child, Harlan beaming. Was it all a lie? Riley read it with her. He's human, flawed. But Alina's rage flared. Flawed? He paralyzed me. The outburst led to tears, then comfort in Riley's arms. Yet the conflict peaked. Save him, save myself? Or let him go and heal alone? Sleepless, Alina wheeled to the window, city lights mocking her turmoil. What would the girl I was want? Justice or peace? The answer eluded, but the pain intensified. A crescendo of heartache. The hospital visit shattered Alina's fragile resolve. Emotions surging like a dam burst. Forgive the unforgivable? Fund his survival after he ended mine? Harlan's frail form haunted her. His eyes pleading for redemption she wasn't sure she could give. Riley became her confidant, but strain showed. This is tearing you apart, she said over coffee, her voice laced with worry. Alina nodded, inner voice screaming. Tearing us apart. Fear of loss consumed her. Losing Riley would be the final blow. Memories assaulted. The crash's impact, bones shattering, dreams crumbling. He did this because I loved Jamie. The irony stung, love as a crime. Now with Riley, love felt precarious. What if she sees me as damaged goods? Dr. Elena urged exploration. Examine your anger's roots. In session, Alina unraveled. It's not just the paralysis, it's the rejection. Being queer meant I was worthless to him. Tears flowed. Worthless. Yet I built everything without him. Harlan's messages turned desperate. Please, Alina. One last chance. A family friend called, pleading his case. He's sorry. Changed by illness. Changed? Alina scoffed inwardly. Illness forces reflection, not true change. The betrayal deepened when Alina discovered old emails. Harlan had known about her success for years, watching from afar. He only reaches now because he needs me. The revelation crushed her. He's using me, she cried to Riley. Riley held her. Maybe. But you're better than revenge. Their connection frayed under pressure. One night, Riley snapped. I can't watch you destroy yourself. Alina recoiled. Destroy myself? Or us? Apologies followed, but wounds deepened. In solitude, Alina's monologue intensified. If I help, am I weak? If not, heartless? She researched forgiveness stories, survivors granting mercy for their own peace. Peace she yearned. But at what cost? A turning point. Harlan's collapse rushed to ICU. Alina visited alone, machines beeping ominously. Dad, she whispered, why? He stirred. Fear. Of losing you two. That life. Alina's heart broke. You lost me anyway. Tears mingled. I accept your apology, she said, but money? Undecided. Leaving, turmoil peaked. Save him, honor the child who loved him? Or let go, honor the woman I became? Riley waited at home, anxious. What now? Alina confessed her indecision. I love you, Riley said. Whatever you choose. But Alina sensed hesitation. She's pulling away. The night brought revelation. Dreaming of a whole self running with Riley, Alina woke resolute. I deserve freedom from this pain. Yet, compassion stirred, humanity's pull. Harlan's doctor called. Time's up. Decision now. Alina's mind raced, emotions at fever pitch. Betray myself by helping? Or find humanity and mercy? With Riley she debated. Help him, Riley urged softly. For you. Alina nodded, tears streaming. But doubt lingered, the drama reaching its zenith. Is this forgiveness or folly? Sleepless, Alina confronted her deepest fear. Losing Riley to this abyss. Stay with me, she begged. Riley promised, but the air thickened with unspoken goodbyes. The heart's agony crescendoed, unbearable. The ICU's sterile hum amplified Alina's pounding heart as she faced the precipice. Mercy or justice? Life or closure? Harlan lay there. A shell of the tyrant she remembered, his breathing labored. The doctor's words echoed. Without funds, palliative care only. Riley had driven her, waiting outside. I'll support whatever, she said, but her eyes betrayed exhaustion. I've drained her, Alina thought, guilt compounding the storm. Love shouldn't be this burdensome. Flashbacks overwhelmed. The crashes scream Harlan's fleeing footsteps. He chose hate over me. Yet, in his frailty, she saw echoes of her own vulnerability. We're all broken humans. I'll pay, Alina whispered to him. Harlan's eyes fluttered open, gratitude spilling. Thank you, kid. I don't deserve it. No, you don't, her inner voice thundered. But aloud. This is for me. To let go. Leaving the hospital, a weight lifted but sorrow crashed in. Forgiveness doesn't erase pain. She wheeled to Riley's car, collapsing into sobs. It's done. Riley held her. Proud of you. Days blurred into recovery, for Harlan, surgery funded. For Alina, emotional mending. He sent thanks, promising change. Alina responded sparingly, boundaries firm. No full reconciliation but peace. Yet, the toll on her relationship showed. Riley grew distant, work consuming her. Space, she said one evening. Alina's heart shattered. I knew it. My darkness scared her. Is this goodbye? Alina asked, voice breaking. Riley hesitated. No. But we need to heal separately. The words stabbed deeper than any crash. Betrayed again by love this time. Alina nodded, tears silent. I gave Harlan life but lost mine. Alone in the penthouse, Alina's monologue ravaged. Why does love always cost so much? From Jamie to Riley, from father to self. She channeled pain into her app, innovating features for emotional support. Success grew but emptiness lingered. Months passed. Harlan recovered, reaching out tentatively. A meeting, coffee, awkward but honest. I'm proud of you, he said. Alina felt a thaw. Keep proving it. Riley returned one rainy night, soaked and remorseful. I was scared of losing you to the past. Alina's eyes welled. And I to the future without you. They embraced, rebuilding slowly. Love's not perfect but resilient. In the end, Alina stood wheeled taller. The betrayal forged her strength, the romance her hope. Harlan lived, changed, volunteering at LGBTQ centers. Alina and Riley married in a small ceremony, vows echoing forgiveness. Life's drama teaches. From ashes humanity rises. Alina gazed at the city, heart full. Not happily ever after, but humanly so, scars and all.